Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, and this is the fourth video related to practical based questions that we are doing. Of course, as you know, these are the practical based questions only from chemistry of class 10 CBSE. In the previous three videos, we have covered the observation for gases, observations for also the colors of the solutions and so on. In this fourth video, we are going to talk about the observations related to the colors of the precipitates, especially when we deal with the chemical reactions of chapter 1, that is types of chemical reactions. This precipitation reactions are one important part, and from these precipitation reactions, the colors of a few precipitations are to be memorized. So today I'm going to take you through the colors of those precipitates that you have to learn. Done? But then I'm not going to explain it directly on this page. I'm going to take you through a few pages of a book written by me, the practical based questions. So here is the outlook of the book, and I'm going to take you inside this book. You see this, right? You can look inside this book with the help of Amazon Kindle for free. If possible, make sure you download this book for free and read it for your exams which are coming up. This has all 50 questions related to practical based questions along with the colors of the substances and everything. Now let's look inside this book with the help of Amazon Kindle. This is one page where colors of a few important chemicals have been mentioned, but this is not needed for your practical based stuff. So there you go. Colors of some more important compounds, and we will be learning the colors of the precipitates out of it. I just have zoomed it out, and now I'm going to tell you which are important in exam point of view. Please mark and note only those molecules and learn them. Okay, so the very first one, copper oxide. The red colored copper oxide is a residue. It's not a precipitate, but it is a residue. So what is the difference between precipitate and residue? Precipitate is an insoluble solid formed in aqueous physical state. Along with this insoluble solid, you will also have that liquid in the product. But residue is when you have only solid products formed, like you have taken copper and strongly heated in presence of oxygen. You will have copper oxide formed, only solid in the products, no liquids and nothing else. That is residue. So copper oxide is one common residue that we learn in our syllabus, and it has red in color. Next one, copper hydroxide. You see the formula, right? It has blue in color. The color is not very important, but then you observe the formula. This is copper hydroxide, isn't it? The rust of copper is basic copper carbonate. So the rust of copper's formula will be CuOH twice dot CuCO3. It's a component of copper's rust. And next important one is iodide of lead. Lead iodide we call it as. It has yellow color. This is the most important precipitate in our syllabus, and the question related to will be like, what happens when you take lead nitrate and potassium iodide? Name the type of reaction and say the color of the precipitate obtained. So the precipitate obtained over there is a bright yellow colored lead iodide. Very, very important. Next, the next important one is the remaining, whatever I'm not mentioning are not important. You can ignore them easily. The next important one is AgBr. Silver bromide, which is yellow colored powder, undergoes a photochemical decomposition. This is again not a precipitate, but then it's important that you know the color of silver bromide. Done? So let me take you to next page with a few more colors of the compounds and also precipitates. It's important that you learn the colors of them as well. Here, copper sulfate, blue vitriol is the common name. It has blue color. I also spoke about copper sulfate in part 2 or part 3 of the same series. But once more. Next one, calcium carbonate. In case this calcium carbonate is evolved in form of a precipitate, you know, right? Calcium hydroxide with carbon dioxide leads to formation of a calcium carbonate precipitate. Note down the color. The color of calcium carbonate precipitate will be curdy white or milky white. Okay, followed by lead sulfide. Lead sulfide in fact is an ore, but then lead sulfide is also obtained as a precipitate when you take lead nitrate and H2S gas. So the color of lead sulfide is grayish black. So these are a few important precipitates that fall into our syllabus, and as you see these tables have the common names also. I'm just scrolling through all the common names so that you can make use of it if you feel it is essential or required to you. Okay, these are the tables. These all tables are there in the book, and you now don't even need to download it all because I'm scrolling down everything. Yeah, I hope this video have been very informative, because most of the students from class 10 CBSE worry about the colors of the compounds and also the common names, right? So you can pause the video wherever needed and note down these all colors and common names. Well guys, so these are a few precipitates which are important in our syllabus, but then hold on. There are a few more points that I want to add about the observations related to precipitations. Okay, precipitation reactions or the colors of the precipitates. Let's go back to the whiteboard to be able to discuss it. In case you are searching for the name of the book or something, this information that you are looking at is in a book called as Class 10 CBSE Chemistry Score Booster. This also has important questions. There are some 500 questions per every chapter. So you can download it for free from Amazon Kindle and read it for your exam. Let's go back to whiteboard, discuss more about practical based questions now. To consolidate whatever we have done in the videos so far, we have covered everything about observation based reactions, if you remember, isn't it? So what all we have covered? We have covered how to write observation for the gases based on the colors of the gases and also based on the observation based on the smell. And we have learned how to write observation for the colors of the solutions, especially in case of that single displacement reactions. That was the second video, and also in third video we spoke about it. Later we have understood how to write observations for the reactions which are involving precipitations. That's what we did in today's class. And now, other than these three, what else can involve in observation? What else can be a part of these observation-based reactions? See, observation is all about what you can perceive through your physical senses, maybe by seeing it or smelling it or by touching it. So one more observation that you can write would be about the heat, evolution of heat. Especially when you talk about these single displacement reactions, heat energy is evolved. So for those reactions, you can also add an observation that heat energy is evolved. Otherwise, there are a few reactions in which heat energy is absorbed. But then better don't write about it, because those reactions are not into our syllabus at all, and it's not even a point to learn about them. So with this video, we have covered everything about observation based reaction. So next video, what I'll be doing is, I'll be taking some most important practical based questions which have been asked last year and before that. I'll solve them for you, so that you'll also get an idea about what kind of questions can appear in exam and how to apply this knowledge to be able to answer those questions. So guys, if you like these videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because after your exams, the videos which are going to coming up will be the basics which are essential for somebody who is going to class 11. So it will be of great use to you. If you like the videos, also make sure you like it, so that I understand you're liking my work and I can make more and more videos for you. So I'll see you soon in the next video. Until then, be preparing well for your exams. All the best. Bye-bye everyone.